Okay, once again, welcome up to the siyum. As I said earlier, that it's in honor of my mom's yard site, Alav Shalom. It's going to happen in 12 years. I just wanted to honor the yeshiva, the order a little bit about what my mother's, her personality was like. So I remember, to see now, Baruch Hashem, from in a yeshiva environment in Eretz Yisrael, in the Chevra, it's mamash a big schos. And married, all these things in Eretz Yisrael. I wonder where the influence comes from. I remember many times at Friday nights, we would work from anything. My mom was very into the shul, the community shul, and so she would bring us along to help us set up for Kiddush, for mitzvah, in the shul. We had no idea who this person was, but I know my mom was working behind the scenes. To her, it meant so much to have a nice bar mitzvah, to have what a bar mitzvah meant, what a simcha meant, what a Kiddush meant, that it meant so much to her that she wanted to devote so much of her free time to helping and setting up for the family. And I remember just being there, being in the shul, that we were one of the core members of the shul. The shul, I think, on its charts had 500 members, really only about 30 regulars, And for a little while, we were the regulars. We made the shul. We made the shul come together, and we were very close to the rabbi and the rabbi's family and this and that. And the rabbi himself would only come to certain simchos because he didn't really have a connection with many people. But those who he did, he made sure that he would come. And he would find a place to stay for Shabbos, even though it was a conservative shul, whatever, this and that. He would show for Shabbos, and he made an effort to come to our simchos. And mother also, she all her what I remember, her avoida was always in doing something for others. Whether it was in a catering company, she wanted to help with people, making sure they had the nicest sudas, I guess, or meals for a simcha, whatever. Or making sure that we were all taken care of, and that she was always hosting. She always wanted to give, and that philanthropy, that wanting to give back, also influences me to where I am today. And I'm sure everyone knows that the smile that I always have, that everyone tells me I should never lose. And it comes from my mom, Baruch Hashem. She was always smiling. She was always a happy person. Even towards the end, when things got very, very, very difficult, she was still very, very happy, and I know that Baruch Hashem now she's shepping nachas in Shemayim, and what we're doing is going to be Orla her neshama. It's going to bring her to a higher place. And also just a message from my family that this is our first yard site that we're not all together, and so I know it's very different, very difficult. Now my brother came up from the army, so now they were almost together again. We're here, this and that, one thing another. But to know that we're thinking of them, and that they're here with us, and when we sing a song, we're singing them included, and it's just like about the chassan, they were so enthralled and so sameach with everything, that also they'll be here with that as well. And this is I guess a shout out to them, and that we're thinking of them, and they're here with us, and that with Hashem, that every mitzvah we do goes in their schusam, in their family's schusam, in their parents' schusam. The mitzvah of kibbud av v'eim is a mitzvah that goes not just in this world, it's in the world to come, and that everything we do, we say b'shem in their name, we do in their name, is going to elevate their plot in Shemayim, in heavens, and it should only be more simchadik and more raising and elevating time in our lives, and it should always be a time that's always going to be elevated, always going to be growing. We should always get closer to the Kitzah Kavod. Amen.